Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Styled by Stacey-Jay, and this week we're going to be talking about the hottest anticipated collab probably for this year, the Balenciaga, Gap, and Yeezy collaboration. Everything you need to know about this collaboration. First of all, as I mentioned before, the name of the collaboration is going to be Yeezy and Gap engineered by Balenciaga. The aim of this is to showcase Ye's utilitarian signature style that we've seen in his most previous fashion shows, as well as offer Balenciaga at Gap prices, which is something we've seen a lot of streetwear or high-end luxury brands do, is collaborate with maybe a household name and a high-end luxury name and then collaborate to offer something at a more affordable price for the masses. And I think that this all boils down to is that the trends, and if you want to make money, your power is going to be in the masses instead of the few. It is known that this release will be available as early as June 2022. So let's start off talking about the relationship between Kanye West and Demna Gvasalia. So Demna Gvasalia, for those who don't know, is the creative director behind the fashion powerhouse Balenciaga. So there's no secret that there's a long-standing relationship between Demna and Ye. So over the years, Ye has worn nothing but Balenciaga and practically almost exclusively in every public appearance that he's been seen in, dressed his former wife, Kim Kardashian, for the Met Gala 2020, what year is it? 2021. And Demna has also offered creative guidance and input in several of Ye's recent fashion lines, as well as his Donda listening parties. What I think about this, I have a lot of thoughts on this collaboration. For one, I'm hopeful but very skeptical. And here's what I mean by that. So what I mean by skeptical yet hopeful, I'm skeptical in the sense that I think both brands are piggybacking off of the name that each side brings to the table and the other side, which is fine. That's what a collaboration is for. So looking back, Balenciaga has definitely changed its branding and the way it's viewed. I mean, just check out their Instagram. It is completely wiped except for the few pictures that are recently posted, rebranding themselves as streetwear. Formerly, I know Balenciaga as like they're more so a darker avant-garde Schiaparelli type vibe, and that's all I've ever known about Balenciaga. And now, ever since that sneaker came out, it's been streetwear from then forth, and I think that it's fully becoming a brand integration with them, and that's something that they're doing, and they're rebranding themselves. But I think both sides are quite desperate for this collaboration, and quite frankly, they kind of need it. Looking back at 2021, Balenciaga was not as successful as we might have hoped, especially towards the end of the year. Although they did see exponential growth, it was not nearly as much as they expected or had hoped for their third quarter revenue. So by that I mean, last year, the big thing about Balenciaga, and pretty much the only thing that I really heard or cared about them from last year, was that they were returning to haute couture after 53 years. Like, how awesome. I just don't understand how Balenciaga could be the hottest brand of 2021, and maybe this is just from my North American perspective, because I have seen such a takeoff over in other countries and continents, such as I believe it was Japan or China that was really picking up on the Balenciaga train. So that could be where the majority of the revenue came from. However, I didn't see anything from it, and regardless, they still ranked lower than Gucci when it came to the Kering group in revenue sales. In my opinion, it started to get a little gimmicky when it came to their collaborations last year versus their counterpart Gucci, who had a successful last year in both streetwear as well as their high-end luxury fashion side of things. They collaborated with brands like Fortnite, and then during Fashion Week they did The Simpsons, and I thought that came off a little bit gimmicky even for going towards that streetwear side, and I do understand why they made the choices that they made. I just didn't like them, and that's just my opinion. So I just thought it was crazy that List ranked Balenciaga the hottest fashion group of 2021 when it was Gucci bringing in all the money for the Kering Group, which, if you didn't know, the Kering Group owns several fashion companies such as Gucci, Balenciaga, Bottega, and so on. But yeah, they're all sister brands, in case you didn't notice. And let's not forget, Kanye's fashion journey has been just as up and down as Balenciaga's collaborations out of desperation have seemed. Now, Kanye was not always the iconic utilitarian streetwear fashion designer as we know today. Let's not forget, back in 2009, that production of DW, first of all, that production had to pause because of, well, we know what happened in 2009. As 2009-2011 project, DW by Kanye was not taken kindly to critics, and I mean for good reason. That fashion show was a hot ass mess. It was only recent that Kanye's reviews of his fashion line have improved when he dropped the DW by Kanye brand and rebranded as Yeezy. That line really took off, and that's what he's most known for. Fashion designers have to grow and learn, and I mean that's just part of the creative process. So what I mean by both skeptical and hopeful, both brands are, I'm skeptical in the sense that both brands are basically going to piggyback off of the hype around each of their names and each other's names, which is fine. That's literally what collaborations are for, and hell, that helps improve and build sales, so it makes sense. However, I am hopeful in the sense that both brands are going through a huge metamorphosis at their time in each perspective point in time and kind of what the industry is wanting and needing. So I am excited to see this brand overall, despite the shade that I threw earlier. I am really excited to see what they're going to do with this brand, because I picture Demna and Kanye working together like two best friends, getting to work together on the same project and creating this awesome thing. Like, I think that they both think alike. I think that they both have a unique sense of creativity, and I'm really excited to see it. And let's not forget, Gap is literally benefiting from both sides in this collaboration, and it's something I want to touch on really quick because they're not really hitting our generation. About our generation, I mean my generation, that I'm 24, so that Gen Z, they're not really hitting that, and they're not really giving us trendy things. Trend followers and fashion lovers, they are kind of known for either your school uniforms or old people. So Gap is really benefiting from both sides. I don't know what kind of strings they have to schmooze and pull for this. I don't know, but they're gonna really benefit from this, because now you're gonna be seeing a younger crowd coming in to buy Gap. And that's all I know about the collaboration so far, and that's all that was released. I think that they're going to be keeping this collaboration very, very, very closed doors, just because to amp up the high anticipation, and I definitely think that it's going to work, and I definitely think that this is going to be one of the most highly anticipated releases of this year. And that's all for today's video. If you liked something or didn't like something, either way, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more Styled by stacey-jay, i.e. fashion, inspo, and more of me, I am right here. You can follow me on Instagram for more daily updates of me, but I will be posting a video every Saturday. So I'll see you next time.